Now, look at the current champions, Germany. They're second in the betting. They hope to become the first country since Brazil in 1962 to retain the World Cup trophy. Joachim Löw has been in charge of Die Mannschaft since 2006. I mean, a great record, Dean, as well. I mean, since he's been in charge, they've not exited a tournament before the semi-final stage. That's some record for the manager.
Yeah, they're so consistent. But again, they've got their injury issues with Manuel Neuer. He's unlikely to make the World Cup. Less probably of a problem than Brazil's with Neymar, because ter Stegen's a fantastic replacement. So, yeah, they're ultra consistent. Unlike Brazil, you don't get the impression they're going to throw in a bad one. They're so consistent. Goretzka's a fantastic player. I think we're going to see.
He's a one to watch.
Yeah, he's going to come to the fore in this World Cup. No team has retained the trophy since 1962. That would be a small negative for me. And also, they haven't got a real recognised striker, have they? You know, in those tight games when it's 0-0, 10 minutes to go, it's handy if you've got a real, solid striker.
Because they've got your players like your Ozil, your Thomas Muller as well.
There's going to be a lot of rest on Timo Werner's
the Leipzig
shoulder as well.
Yeah.
He did very well last season at Leipzig. So he started the season well at Leipzig, but it's, I think there's going to be a lot of people do fancy him to have a really good tournament and actually finish as the top goal scorer. So that's certainly one we'll have to talk about later.
I think when you look at it, they're both both about 4-1, aren't they? Brazil and Germany.
You get fives in a place, Germany. Shop around.
I mean, that's about 6-4 combined, isn't it? So 6-4 them two against the other 30 nations. But for us, I think that's a little bit too short. We're not going for either of them two as our outright pick. But obviously Germany, you never write them off.
Okay, I want to ask Ray, of course, there's a bit of a champion's curse going on, isn't there? I mean, the previous winners of World Cups just don't do very well, as we've mentioned. I think France won it in 98, they went out the group stage the following 4 years later. Italy, 2006, group stage elimination 4 years later. And again, Spain, 2010 winners, of course, went out the group stage.
I certainly can't see them.
It's not going to happen again, is it?
No. I think the squad now, the squad in depth, is getting so hard for Joachim Löw to pick his 11, because a lot of players were rested in the last tournament, and they got through and done so well that now there's question marks about the older guys, whether they're going to still get a game.
They used 37 players in qualifying.
Unbelievable. I mean, they won 10 out of 10, scored 43 goals.
Yeah.
European record, wasn't it? 43 goals.
Absolutely.
And let's not forget they won the Confederations Cup with the second string as well. So
well, that's what I'm saying.
There's massive strength in depth.
This is give a real competition to this nation, and it keeps. Do you know what it does for the players? It keeps everybody on their toes.
Yeah.
You know, when you know you're going to be selected every single game, sometimes you can just go through not go through the motions, but you don't go at that little bit, the level a little bit higher. I mean, when you've got someone breathing down your neck, wants to take your position, one bad performance, you might be out of the team. So that could be a benefit for Germany going forward in this World Cup.
And a player you've obviously seen a lot of, Mesut Ozil. I mean, question marks about some of his Arsenal performances, but Germany, he's been Player of the Year, isn't he? 5 from 7 years in Germany.
He's been different class. I mean, I think they get him in the right areas, right system. He's a very good football player. If you get him in on the ball in good areas, he can unlock that defence. You know, some of the passes he makes. He seems to enjoy playing for Germany. I think Arsenal, maybe the players around him wasn't as good to be on the same level as him sometimes. But certainly in Germany, you know, when he puts that German shirt on, he's a different sort of player when he puts an Arsenal shirt on.
Okay, and Steve, you mentioned Timo Werner there, the Leipzig player. I think was it 7 goals from 10 appearances, so he's hit the ground running, isn't he, as an international?
Yeah, he will be popular, Anthony. I mean, we talk about Neuer. There's a fitness dates there. I think left back's a problem. Boateng's also a bit of an injury date as well. There's no doubt they've probably got the best midfielder in the whole competition. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't be putting it past him to back in for the Golden Ball even, or something like that as well as the best player of the tournament. We're waiting for Ozil to step up to the plate. But I tell you what, on the run up to the World Cup, you might look at the friendlies and think, well, they haven't had any great results. They've been drawing with England, France, and Spain. They even lost to Brazil, didn't they? But before the last World Cup, they lost to Poland and Cameroon, friendly-wise. So they're not too concerned about friendlies. It's the winning the big competition that matters.
They win the games, don't they?
Very much so.
Okay, so what are we thinking, gents?
I think they could go all the way. I really do. I know they haven't retained it a team hasn't retained it since
Brazil, wasn't it?
Yeah. I know it's difficult, and you see that in the Premier League as well. But I just think the squad they've got and the players they've got knocking on the door as well, with the experience they've got, I think they could go very close to
so
maybe.
Just out of those two, Brazil and Germany,
I would go Germany a lot more. I would look
at Brazil.
I would look at the 5-1 shot Germany.
You think
it's more value than obviously Brazil.
Ray fancies a bit of 5-1 Germany then for the World Cup.